Hey y'all, welcome to the Be Affirmation podcast where we talk about going beyond just stating affirmations and actually being what that affirmation represents. I'm your host, Ladette, and if you're listening, thanks for being here. I hope you have an amazing day. Not me stuttering, but I hope you're doing amazing. I hope you guys are feeling great. In today's episode, we are going to state our 12 affirmations as per usual, and then we're going to focus on the 8th affirmation from our list. And just a reminder, in case you're someone new here and maybe this is your first time listening to the podcast, affirmations are positive statements that you tell yourself about yourself, and they can start with the phrase I am, but they don't have to. And really the biggest takeaway that I want everyone to have with affirmations is just how important it is to really connect with what you're saying so deeply that you just feel what you're saying, that you feel that emotion, that it makes you tear up, that it makes you just, it really makes you feel elevated. And so when you state your affirmations, don't just say, I am beautiful. You want to feel beautiful. You want to feel the emotion of what beauty is and what it embodies. And, that's just a random example, but really any affirmation you tell yourself. And in this season, obviously, we have been focusing on affirmations that have to do with our appearance. And if you're someone who's been listening from the beginning, I think this is probably a good time to kind of just re-emphasize that, like, when it comes to your appearance, you're already feeling what you want to be feeling when you think about, like, whether it's, feeling fit, or I don't know, feeling like you trust your body, or feeling that you respect your body, or embracing the changes that your body goes through. Like, hopefully by now you guys are really feeling the emotions like associated with those affirmations. So just a good check-in point, if you're not really feeling like the truth behind the affirmations, that it's probably a good time to do, maybe more inner work on your free time. And if you're like, oh my God, girl, like, how do I do that? What's inner work? That it looks different for everybody, right? Like for some people, maybe it's having like a weekend retreat where you just connect with yourself and connect with nature, or maybe it's something you share with like your therapist. Or maybe you do the activities that I have on the Be Affirmation podcast website. There's several activities there that you can kind of use to just help you like reflect on how you really feel about yourself and kind of like where those beliefs came from. And that's kind of where a lot of it really starts from, is having an awareness of where your beliefs stemmed from. So anyway, I hope you guys are feeling good nonetheless, and that you're really truly connecting with the words that you tell yourself. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and jump into our affirmations. So when you're ready, I am in love with the person I see in the mirror. I am in love with the person I see in the mirror. I am a masterpiece. I am a masterpiece. I am grateful for all of the ways my body shows up for me each day. I am grateful for all of the ways my body shows up for me each day. I appreciate the relationship I have with my body. I appreciate the relationship I have with my body. I am in tune with what my body communicates to me. I am in tune with what my body communicates to me. I love my body and embrace all of the changes it goes through. I love my body and embrace all of the changes it goes through. I adore my body. I adore my body. I trust my body. I trust my body. I take care of my body. I take care of my body. I respect my body. I respect my body. My body is a temple. My body is a temple. I would choose the body I'm in now time and time again. I would choose the body I'm in now time and time again. All right, here we go. We are focusing on our 8th affirmation today, and that one states, I trust my body. Oh my gosh, okay. Talk about an affirmation that honestly feels empowering and also liberating. Um, I just this one is hard. I think this one is a hard one to like really accept. It's a hard one to fully adapt, but when you do, like when you truly trust your body, I just feel like it's so liberating and you can finally have a breath of fresh air, especially if you're someone who's been so focused on and maybe even partially obsessed with, changing something about your body. Maybe it's weight loss. I love talking about this one because there's so many of us out here who are trying to get snatched, especially this time of year. It's just all over online. Like, I don't know, this time of year is kind of triggering, I think, because it's like summer's around the corner and maybe, you've been in the gym, maybe you've been whatever, eating healthy. And then if you don't see your body changing, then it's like, then you start to doubt your body, right? And it just, all that feels so negative. And whatever like physical change you've ever, wanted to see within yourself, like, when you know that you're doing things right by your body, then like it creates that space where you could just take a breath of fresh air and be like, you know what, I'm good. I trust my body. Like my body's doing its thing. It's not gonna let me down. Like when you know that you're showing up and doing whatever it is that you believe you need to be doing for your body, like cool, your body is gonna take care of the rest. It's only a matter of time. And I love this one. I love all of them, whatever, you guys know this, but I just love this one because it like frees up this mental space in my mind, and it has like the last couple years. Like in one of the episodes, I know that I talked about like how there was a point in time where I lost all this weight and I still was super insecure. Like I was so insecure. And then, a couple years later, I lost the weight again. But the second time around, it was like, it felt so much easier because I just was like, you know what? I'm eating like what I know I should be eating, like, which is basically food that fuels my body, food that gives me energy, food that makes me feel good, food that makes me happy. Like, I wasn't counting calories. I was just like, you know what? Like, I'm having my fruits and veggies. I'm eating, like I said, the food that I want to be eating. I'm moving my body. I'm being intentional about it. Like, I was no longer obsessed with what my body looked like, and I kind of just trusted that my body was going to do its thing, and sure enough, it did. So, this one is just obviously super powerful. And not only that, it's just you deserve to like you deserve to free up that mental space. Like, it's so draining to sit there and be so worried about your body. It's tiring to just constantly feel like, you're having to track whether, I mean, it doesn't even have to be like fitness. There's so many other like physical, whatever related goals that you might have where you feel like you're constantly having to like track, which there isn't necessarily wrong with like tracking, I guess, depending on what it is, because I feel like that helps people kind of like see the big picture and track their progress, and all that can be like super motivating and encouraging. But yeah, just when you no longer have to like have this obsession, whether it's counting calories or tracking how many days you went to the gym, like it just frees up this space and it feels so good. It feels so liberating because then you can focus on other things that are genuinely important to you, which is maybe I don't know, for some of you, maybe just spending quality time with family, or making it, your weekend about self-care instead of an obsession to like have to do all of these things. I don't know. It just, like I said, it really does free up this space in your mind. And I don't know, it's like a sense of freedom that's like new. Like, I know, I don't know, it was so different for me when I got to the point where I was just like, honestly, I don't care about what the scale says anymore. Like, I'm just gonna work out. I'm gonna do what makes me feel good. I'm gonna take rest breaks when my body's telling me it needs a break, and we're good. Like, you know what? We're good. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna feel good while we're doing whatever it is that we're doing, because again, like, you can choose to feel confident in this moment. You could choose to love the body that you're in this moment. Like, none of those changes have to happen in order for you to have like the emotional end goal or result that you're looking for. So, yeah, it just feels really good when you can like truly trust your body. And what's crazy too is, I don't know, like your body, there's a relationship with it, and it knows and it reacts to the way that you talk to it. So if you're someone who's like, I'm not seeing results, I'm not seeing progress, or like I just hate X, Y, and Z about my body, obviously those things like don't change when you focus on what you hate, and like when you, I don't know, when you spend all this energy on it, right? And maybe for some people it has, like for some people really disliking something about their body is enough motivation for them to like force that thing to change. But for most of us, and like again, I'm going to focus on the weight loss example because I think it's like the most relatable. But for most of us, like if we're trying to lose weight and we're just so focused on weight loss, typically it just takes forever for it to actually happen, if it ever does. Because if you're sitting there telling yourself and telling your body like, oh my god, nothing is changing, I don't get it, I don't know why, like I'm tracking my macros, like I'm under my whatever daily deficit, like I'm hitting the gym, I'm doing strength training and cardio, what's wrong with my body, like nothing is changing, right? Like when you talk negatively about yourself, about your body, it doesn't change. Like if it doesn't change, and if it does, it's maybe like little change over like a long period of time. Then it feels demoralizing. Then you feel like stagnant in your progress. Maybe you want to give up because it's like, what's the point? Nothing is changing within my body, etc., etc. But when you get to the point where you're like, you know what? It's all good. I'm doing right by my body. I can honestly say that, you know? I'm living my life, but I'm also making sure that I am taking care of myself in a way that is, respectful towards my body. I'm treating my body the way that it deserves to be treated. And because I know that I'm doing that for a fact, I trust that my body is going to do what it needs to do to reciprocate this same energy, because me and my body are a team. And when I do right by my body, it does right by me. Does that not feel more liberating? Does that not feel more empowering? Does that not feel more free? Right? Like that gives you the space to just live your life and be present. Because when you no longer focus on, this, and that, why my body's not changing, whatever, it frees up the space in your mind to focus on things that do matter. And that's different for everybody, like I said. So this affirmation, I mean, I love all of them, I really do, but this one I think is just one of those key ones that really just creates that space for you to just be you and not feel bad about it, and for you to really just love yourself, love your body, love your life, and not be so hard on yourself too. Like it's just crazy. Like I think about when I was super freaking obsessed with counting calories, and like it's just kind of, I don't know, like that's not the way that I want to picture me living my life, or my friends living their lives, or my future daughter or my future son. Like I just don't wish that on anyone. It doesn't feel like a normal thing to do. And I'm not judging anyone that does that, like, because I know it can be helpful just to have an understanding of what you are putting in your body. Like there's nothing wrong with it per se, but it's just like anything that can easily turn into an obsession just doesn't feel like healthy to me. So like when I think about, when I was tracking, it was like I was literally obsessed. Like it was like I need to stay under 1,200 calories, and if I don't, like I'm messing up, like I'm not gonna lose this weight. And it just felt so like what's the word, constraining, constricting, I don't know. I just felt like in a box, like, and it just didn't feel good. And to sit here now and be able to be like, yeah, I'm just gonna eat when I'm hungry and I'm gonna stop eating when I'm full. Cool. I want to put, more greens in my body today, so I'm gonna throw some like spinach in a smoothie. I'm gonna feel so good about it. I'm gonna make me an acai bowl, and that's gonna give me so much energy. Like to make it about how it like that food makes your body feel versus like, I have to have this, and that to fit these macros under this calorie number. It just, one feels more freeing than the other. And so, yeah, I love the affirmation, I trust my body. Like, please say this one to yourself every day. Please say it multiple times a day because it feels good. And it's just a beautiful thing to be able to like say to yourself that, like, you know what? My body has my back. I know it does. My body trusts me and I trust it. It's a relationship and it's a good one. It's a positive relationship. We are both on the same side. We're on the same team. We got each other. And I don't know, it feels really good. And if you're someone who maybe needs, I don't know, something to like think about, or maybe like a visual. I love the whole inner childhood example, or the whole inner child example, because it makes it a little bit easier for me. Like when I think about how I'm treating my body, I like to picture the little girl, like the little version of me, and think about what she deserves, because it can be difficult, especially like if you're new to affirmations. Obviously saying nice things to yourself it's not common. Like, it can be weird, it can be awkward. So picturing the little childhood you, the little girl you, the little boy you, think about what they deserve. Obviously, what you deserve too, because who you are in this moment is just as worthy as who you were when you were a little kid and who you will be 5 years from now, 10 years from now. But picture the little you, because I think we're more we're just more friendly towards that little you. We're more open to giving love to the little version of us, because that's when we were innocent. That's when we were, pure. That's when we were just love in like our truest form. And so picture the little you and think about what that little you deserves. And I really feel like that helps when it comes to like treating your body with respect and doing right by your body, being kind to your body, doing things out of a love for your body. So if it's difficult for you to kind of picture, saying those nice things to yourself in this moment, say it to the little version of you and see how that feels. And do it every day. Literally every day. Like I said, multiple times a day, if you can. I like the affirmations first thing when I wake up in the morning, but it's kind of nice when you say them before you go to bed. I mean, like, if you're saying them regardless, you're solid. But before you go to bed, those final thoughts that you think about a lot of times impact like what you dream about. It impacts, really any affirmation, any time of day is going to impact your subconscious. But definitely like the last thing that you think of when you go to sleep is typically the first thing that you think of. And yeah, I never realized how true that was. I actually heard Hal Elrod say that in one of his books, The Miracle Morning, which is an amazing book if anyone is needing a book recommendation. But yeah, I think that's it. I feel like this is a good place where I want to end this episode. We are going to wrap up this one and we'll say our affirmations one time together and call it a day. So here we go. I am in love with the person I see in the mirror. I am a masterpiece. I am grateful for all of the ways my body shows up for me each day. I appreciate the relationship I have with my body. I am in tune with what my body communicates to me. I love my body and embrace all of the changes it goes through. I adore my body. I trust my body. I take care of my body. I respect my body. My body is a temple. I would choose the body I'm in now time and time again. All right, friends, that's all that I have for episode 9. We have, is it 6? No, 5 more episodes left of this season. I'm really excited. It's been so much fun, like, doing this podcast, and I'm, like, really excited for season 2 already. And I'm not really sure how I want to. I'm not gonna structure it. I want that season to just be one that, like, I speak from the heart, but we'll still have affirmations. So if y'all have suggestions, or I don't know, if you want to hear anything, let me know. I have all my Instagram accounts linked in the description. If you enjoyed this video, please share it. Please leave a review. I actually have started in the last 3 episodes. I've just been speaking from heart. I have been in all of them, but those first couple ones, because I was like first starting my podcast and I had never done a podcast before, I was like scripting them, and then I would, like, you know, have it like structured so I knew what I wanted to say. And then the like middle episodes I had bullet points, and then the last 3 I've literally just been speaking from the heart. So I don't feel like I'm rambling, but I don't know, maybe I am. But yeah, it would just be really amazing if you all could let me know what you're thinking of the podcast, because yeah, I'm kind of just winging it as far as, like, you know, talking from my heart. After, like, we do the affirmations, obviously the affirmations part is in order, but anyway, I would just really love to hear what you guys are thinking, so please let me know. I hope you have an amazing day, an amazing week, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye.